Data theft, ransomware. Cybercrime is in the headlines daily, and for small business, the threat has never been greater.
We're seeing a really dramatic increase in the number of reported cyber attacks. This is about 30% year on year, and many of those are coming from small businesses. A typical organisation would be seeing about 120 cyber attacks per year. So this is a very significant issue.
There are easy profits to be made with stolen information, and new surveys show small business is targeted in almost half of all cyber attacks.
Well, first of all, small business is putting more and more of their data and their business online. So whether it's bank account details or detailed customer information. In addition, small businesses are often not as well prepared. They haven't taken the precautions, and cyber criminals around the world, and this is a global phenomenon, are attracted to targeting and attacking small businesses because they see them as vulnerable targets.
A good example would be a social engineering or phishing claim, where a company suffers a loss as a result of paying what appears to be a legitimate invoice from an approved vendor, when in fact it's actually a fraudulent invoice that's been generated by someone who's hacked your systems.
More than 40,000 cyber attacks were reported over the past year, and there are fears the real number may be vastly higher.
We suspect there is under-reporting of cyber attacks, and there's all sorts of reasons for that. Look, one very real reason is people don't know where to go.
Although we escaped the worst of the global WannaCry virus, which affected more than 200,000 computers in 150 countries last year, experts warn Australians cannot afford to be complacent.
Ransomware is the fastest growing source of cyber attacks, and this is essentially a virus which locks down or shuts down a business's computer. And that's why it's so pernicious, because it can actually shut down a small business until a ransom is paid.
Of concern, a recent threat report also found that almost half of all Australian small businesses targeted pay the ransom, and 83% say they would do so again.
We clearly don't recommend that businesses should pay the ransom. We do recommend that they immediately report it. And Acorn has a website with a reporting function, or to their local police.
With data theft techniques and malware evolving constantly, a startling new statistic shows that 2/3 of small businesses hit by cybercrime ceased to trade.
Companies that have had their networks down, they've had loss of profits, they're not able to recover from the reputational damage that is caused as a result of their failure of their systems, and ultimately their customers have lost confidence and they've gone bust.
Yet, almost 90% of all small businesses believe their business is safe from cyber attacks because they rely on antivirus software alone.
Stay Smart Online gives businesses a whole series of tips and tricks of how to prevent cyber attacks and what to do in the event that there is one.
Cover for cybercrime is now the fastest growing area of small business insurance. However, uptake is still low.
It's certainly not as commonplace as some of the more common insurances like public liability or professional indemnity. And then if people are aware of the product, they often don't understand what it does cover, so they don't realise the benefits for them.
Yet cybercrime cover protects against a range of risks.
Some of the common examples we see are consultants that work on a laptop and something happens where they have a breach of their network security and they lose the data. And the type of things that cyber insurance would cover there is the restoration of that data, but also, and I think very importantly, the business interruption.
There's now even more pressure on small business, with new laws that require the mandatory reporting of data breaches that cause serious harm to an individual. With attacks costing Australian business more than $20 million a year, quick response is key.
We've had 400 claims, and a recent one was against a real estate agent who was a sole trader, where their systems were hacked remotely and a ransomware virus was installed. They were able to contact our breach response service, and we were able to appoint forensic IT consultants who were able to go in there, remove the ransomware virus without responding to the ransom.
And There are new threats on the horizon, with wearable tech and connected devices now also at risk, making increased protection seem good cyber sense.